What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Happy Valentine's Day. I thought I would talk about love languages, what they are, how it helps you in your relationship. I find that it's really helpful to understand not just your own love language, but the love languages of others. Seek to understand rather than to be understood. When you are understanding others, how people are the way they are and why they are the way they are, it's a lot more powerful than constantly asking people to understand you. People won't understand you just because you want them to. But if you seek to understand others, you can have a lot more compassion for them. That can kind of invite for them to open up to you as well. So love languages were introduced by Gary Chapman. He wrote a book in 1992 that was based around the 5 love languages. He wrote it based on his observations when he would do couples therapy. You can pretty much figure out what your love language is by hearing what each of the love languages are and just observing yourself. Words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, gift giving. If you have that love language or someone that you know has that love language, through their own words or the way that they receive love, being told they're loved, or compliments, express admiration and love for someone. Show your love and receive love by spending time with someone. It's more about quality than it is about quantity, and giving undivided attention to the person that they're spending their time with. Touch. That can be through sex or just a hug, a back rub, or just holding hands or something like that. You can tell someone who's a physical touch person when they're talking to you, they'll reach out and touch you. They're just very hands-on, and that's how they express love. So that's doing something for someone, getting groceries for someone, running an errand for someone, cooking a meal for someone. It doesn't necessarily mean like spending money giving them something. When you receive a gift, if your love language is gift giving, you just really feel loved and you really cherish that gift. Just by hearing these 5 love languages, you can kind of start to probably see which one yours is. It can be a couple. When it comes to relating with others, not to expect for them to respond to your love language, but to find out what theirs is, interact with them and engage with them through theirs. This is particularly important when it comes to romantic relationships. Big issue in romantic relationships, it's trying to change each other, not accepting each other as they are. That quote I said at the beginning, seek to understand rather than to be understood. It's usually flipped in romantic relationships. People seek to be understood rather than understand. When you've got 2 people wanting to be understood, but they refuse to understand each other, that's a recipe for disaster. You take that first initiative to try to understand your partner. If you understand what their love language is and you start to interact with them from their own love language, you can make a lot of progress in connecting with them. Say that your love language is words of affirmation, but your partner's love language is acts of service. So you're giving them compliments day in, day out, and their response is, oh, thanks. They just are not receiving that in the same way that you would. So then you're just all confused and you feel like they don't appreciate the things that I say. Or let's say you're acts of service and you do things for your partner, but to them it's more quality time that matters. So then you're doing all these things for them and you feel like you're overexerting themselves and they're not appreciating you. It's not that they're not appreciating you, it's just not how they receive and give love. If you can understand, well, this person actually wants quality time. Let's carve out some time and connect. So if you are able to cultivate that in your relationship, I highly encourage you, and that is definitely a process and it takes time and courage. Communicate with your partner. This is how I receive love. How do you receive love? And then try to give that to them rather than try to ask them to give you what you want or expect them to receive what you give them based on your own love language, because that's once again asking someone to change and be different than who they are. I hope this serves you in some way. I hope that you enjoy your Valentine's Day, whether you are coupled or not. You are in a relationship with yourself first and foremost. If you are not in a relationship, enjoy yourself. If you're in a relationship, enjoy your partner, and just have it be about the love. I'll talk to you soon.